jasmine, oolong, green, and white. Long ago, these 4 teas were skillfully brewed at the Blissful Brew. Then, everything changed when the shop's popularity threatened its existence. All Mr. Okuran, the shop's owner and tea master, could do was to recruit 4 teenage orphans to learn his trade and staff his shop. A year has passed since the orphans were hired, and although their skills have progressed, they still have a lot to learn before they can brew anything. But I believe that they have the potential to make the Blissful Brew the greatest tea shop in the world.
And welcome back, everybody, to the first official episode. I say first, I mean, we did the episode 0, but this is like episode 1 of the story of Bender's. That's right.
Kermit the Frog.
Wuhan enthusiasm. This is episode 1 of season 3, the finale season for Benders and Brews, the show that you all know and love. Otherwise, you wouldn't have stuck around this long. Welcome back. We're excited to have you here listening. We're excited to be here recording, and we're excited to tell the rest of this story. So we'll kick things off like we always do. Go around the table and do some interesting character facts for each one of the players. We will start with Dave. Assuming he's prepared.
There was a time in Guohan's life. A time of darkness.
Oh.
A time of experimentation that manifested itself in what you might call emo phase.
What? Guohan? Lil Guo?
Yeah, he saw. Yeah, I mean, they passed through a town where that was kind of the rage. A lot of teens and whatnot were doing that and, expressing their inner emo.
Right on. What does a town do to have a lot of teens? Like, what would cause a town to explicitly have just a larger than normal number of teens in it?
They had a baby boom, and
at a specific
then they're
time.
like, oh man, these babies stink and we don't want any more. And then they just have teenagers and no babies.
They just go straight to teen. Gosh, Michaela's got some feelings about teenagers. You are an old you're an old soul.
I've been told that a lot, actually.
So he had an emo phase. Is he? What? How did that manifest? Did he have like do some dark eyeliner, maybe pale makeup?
Yeah, it was the eyeliner for sure. The lipstick.
Nice.
And painted his nails.
Nice.
And his toenails.
Was he listening to some crazy music?
Yeah, he was going to some like underground concerts around town that, you'd kind of have to, there weren't posted flyers anywhere. You just had to.
You had to know somebody. That's awesome.
And he would feel extra rebellious whenever he got a chance to sneak away from the carnival.
Yeah.
It's like it.
Oh.
But they would always come and find him though.
And bring him back to work. I mean, I guess, yeah, that's the second thing. When you grow up without, direct parents, then you kind of have to turn that angsty teenage nature towards just any authority that you can get. And that was the carnival. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. I love it. All right. Jumping over to Michaela, playing Mika. There we go.
Yep.
What's an interesting fact about Mika today? One that we haven't ever heard up until this point.
She's an only child.
Okay. Fair enough.
Got him.
I guess we'll establish that as like absolute fact. Like your dad didn't, while he was out looking for you and other stuff, he didn't get with anybody else, or in the time leading up to after your mom died.
He's too busy in the rebel union,
Yeah, maybe he found love in the.
Nope.
No.
Did not.
I mean, obviously he didn't, because you just established it.
Nope.
Yeah. All right.
We don't have love stories in this family anymore.
Gosh.
We're
all
too
right.
traumatized.
Loveless family.
Whew.
We love
Man.
each other. That's all we
Oh,
need.
Skylar is writing that down for Mika's arc, which is coming soon. I'm excited. All right. Well, all right. Official only child guaranteed. Definitely none out there. Canon. There we go. All right. Jumping over to Connor. Connor, who the heck are you playing? And I won't spoil it this time.
I'm playing the broccoli.
The broccoli.
The broccoli. And, fun fact about him, he is, in his spare time, he's learning how to, read and write a bit better. He's not the most literate feller.
I'll teach you.
But, he's just got the street smarts. He doesn't have the book smarts. He barely has street smarts.
That's why Bill's got to look out for him.
He's got reckless abandon smarts.
He's got street Smith.
Exactly. So he's in his spare time learning how to read and write.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like one of those bullies in school.
Yeah. 100%.
Secretly trying to learn actual life skills, but trying to pretend like I don't need this.
Like when I see someone reading
She's
for
probably-
fun, it makes me angry because I can't read. Period, and you're doing it for
So
fun.
he socks him in the face.
Recreationally.
So
you bastard.
Exactly. You're doing for fun what I can't even do.
I say that when people do any sports or a lot of athletic activity that they consider bicycling for long distances. I don't know. Anyways.
I don't know.
So, okay, then my question for you is, who is teaching Brock? Or how is he learning?
He's kind of just sort of breaking into local libraries. At least he thinks they're libraries because he can't read the signs.
Oh my gosh, no.
He can't read the signs outside.
So what's his ratio for correctly breaking into a library versus something else?
Does he even know what a library is? Do you
Like
know
30,
it?
he's successful.
The place
He
where
doesn't
nerds
have.
go.
He doesn't have smarts.
No, he's got the street smart. So he
You
knows
just
how to
said
break.
he did it.
He knows how to break into
Got
places.
street smarts.
I got street smarts.
I like the idea that Brock just walks up to a building that he's like, maybe this is a library. There's a dude standing outside and he's like, yo, what's this building? And the guy's like, well, excuse me, but this is the library. And he goes, dope. Breaks the door open and just walks through and starts grabbing handfuls of books.
Yep. That's pretty much all he does. Even if the door's unlocked, he just makes a new hole in the wall. He just has to establish
Brock was
dominance.
here.
Just grabs a book and rips out a page.
Yeah.
And takes that with.
Lacey's
No context.
No context.
Lacey's not so dumb that he just starts eating pages out of books, hoping that he can.
He probably did that when he had,
absorb
needed the
absorb
munchies.
the words into him.
If only it was that easy.
If only I had an airbender, he could just straight into my brain.
Ah.
Because he could
That's how it works.
Yeah, they just
At least
pick up
in
the
Brock's
air
mind,
off the
that's how it.
page.
I think
That's
And
what
then it
they
goes straight into the ear.
I think embedding things into people's head is usually how you kill them.
Well, Brock doesn't know that.
Brock's too hard-headed.
He's lucky that he doesn't have an airbender friend.
Because he has
All
to
right,
try
trust
it.
me, man.
Trust me, this is
This will
how
work.
I'm gonna learn to read.
I've read about this.
I'm sure they filled lots of books with things directly talking about this idea.
They filled a lot of books with things Brock doesn't know. In fact, they filled all of them with things Brock doesn't know. Awesome. All right. And last but not least, we've got Cameron.
Hello,
Who the heck are you?
I'm Bill Dorr.
That's not how he talks.
I'm
Bill
oh,
Dorr.
I'm Bill Dorr.
You're
I'm
usually
Bill
like,
Dorr.
I'm Bill Dorr.
I'm Bill Dorr.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good Bill Dorr
Well,
impersonation.
considering I'm the one who does it,
He was talking about me. Give me some credit.
that
Come
was a
on.
pretty good impression.
Thanks.
yeah.
Michaela.
So
It's not always a shoe-in. I'm pretty sure Dolly Parton lost a Dolly Parton look-alike
It's true.
contest.
I'm
She
pretty
did.
sure
Oh,
most
yeah, that's
celebrities.
true.
Okay.
Wow.
Impersonate.
Adele did also.
Man, people can't even be themselves anymore.
They're old.
Yeah, that's true. So, Karen, what is an interesting fact about Bill Dorr that we didn't know up until this point that you're going to tell us?
This is more of a question. Are there forests near the Fire Nation?
Sure. Yeah, there's forests in the Fire Nation.
Cool. Bill and his family would go hiking. Sorry, camping. They would go camping.
Okay.
Usually a couple times in the summer. And Bill always really enjoyed it. He would go on the hikes a lot while his parents would stay back at the camp reading. His mom would paint. His dad would do a lot of reading. I know, broccoli is... He did what now? And then Bill and his two brothers would go on the hiking trails.
Okay.
And they would just kind of just go enjoy the land. But sometimes Bill would stay behind, and on these camping trips is when he really picked up painting nature with his mom.
Oh, okay.
So
Awesome.
So sometimes he'd hike, sometimes he'd paint. When you're camping, you can kind of do both.
Yeah.
You have a lot of free time out there.
It's
They'd be there for the
nature,
whole
man.
weekend,
That's like the whole point from what I'm told.
yeah, that's something he really enjoyed doing. And then they kind of stopped doing that a couple of years before Bill ran away. So
Sure.
he really hasn't ever gone camping since.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right. If you know the context of that, because you listened to the prequel episode.
Yes.
This is pretty brutal. All right. Well, my name is Skylar. I'm the game master for this whole crazy Benders and Brews story that we've been bending and brewing all this time. And an interesting fact about me is that I have a book in my car that's been there for 3 years now, and it's not very long, and I have not finished it yet. And Michaela likes to make fun of me for it. And if I'm being honest, it's kind of a fair point.
Kinda.
And to make it even worse, I was at the bookstore not too long ago and I bought a new book. And I said, I'm not going to read this one until I finish the one that's in my car. So it's all
And
across
have
our
you read
fingers.
any more of the one in your car?
Nope.
Right.
But I'll get there. I'm sure I will. Anyways, so this non-reader over here, at least Brock can't get mad at him. And with that, we're going to jump into episode 1 of season 3. All right, and we're back. And again, I cannot reiterate this enough. If you have any questions or need any remembrances about season 2, please check out our season 2 recap episode, or, go back and re-listen to all of season 2. That's an option. It is an option. We don't delete our episodes after we post them, so you are more than welcome to go check them out, give us a few extra downloads, and recheck out season 2. But highlights to what happened between the end of season 2 and where you guys are at now. Okay, you guys rested at the Rescue Team Squadron facility, their new one, after you escaped their old one, which you had snuck into and gotten past the villainous gaze of Wang, General Wang Long, the Fire Nation general, who was kind of looking for any Rescue Team Squadron files or paperwork or maps or anything secretive that he needed to get his hands on. You guys snuck into the facility, you burned up those documents, you found the kalimba that Mr. Okuran had sent Mayu Yinyu, and which was supposed to end up in the hands of Guo. You got that back, and then you escaped. And then what happened after that? You guys made it back to the Rescue Team Squadron new base. Mika's dad had to take off along with Sora, saying that he'd see you guys again, of course. He knew that you guys had kind of your own mission, and even though you guys were given sort of honorary memberships to the Rescue Team Squadron, again, everybody kind of understood that you are on a different mission than being rebels against the Fire Nation right now. You guys have something else that's on your minds, and they're totally understanding for that. They let you rest up. You guys wake up the next day. Mika's dad, Mac Took, has headed out. He's gone with Sora and maybe a couple other members. Mayu Yinyu also went along with him. So those guys have all headed out, leaving you guys to your own devices, feeling refreshed and ready to go about your day. And you guys have the kalimba that was left to you by Mr. Okuran, specifically for Guo. What would you like to do?
Guo is going to try to compose a song titled Dad's Away.
Okay. And he's just plucking away at the kalimba, trying to come up with this song. All right. Does he have lyrics?
Nope.
Not yet. All right. He's going to get there.
His songwriting process is, he kind of like hums, makes up words like, your dad's. Not a great start, but.
No, that's good. That's good. I'm excited to hear the final version of this by the end of season 3, I'm sure.
Maybe it'll be a sea shanty.
Ooh.
Dad's away.
Dun, 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 dun. Well, I guess I'm doing something. That's not a kalimba sound, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it does that.
Sea shanties and kalimbas don't typically pair hand in hand.
Until now.
Until now.
We
It's
never
like-
said it had to be good.
It's just sort of like a reggae style sea shanty with steel drums and a kalimba. I feel like would all work. I don't know, something like that. I'm not a music person, but whatever the case, one thing that you were reminded of is the song. It was the money collection song, I think, from the carnival, and that was kind of the song that the music box that you guys had found at the previous clue played. That you recognized, and the note that you had received beforehand said that you needed to play that same tune when you got this kalimba. Not that you can't also make your own song, but
Yeah, as he's trying to, what would you call it? Pluck out a song on the kalimba. He just kind of out of habit flows back into the ticket sales song.
the ticket sales song. That's what it was. And as you finish playing those last notes, all of a sudden in a little compartment on the sort of that circle in the middle of the kalimba where it kind of like helps resonate the sound as you pluck away, kind of opens up underneath at the bottom of it. And there's a note, there's two notes, and then there is a map piece inside.
Oh, guys, check it out.
One of the notes says your name on it. One of the notes says Brock's name on it. And then, of course, the map piece kind of fits in with the other map pieces that you have so far.
Huh, Brock, this one has your name on it. Here, don't eat this.
I mean, I'll hang on to it, but
I love how we just went through a whole thing about how Brock doesn't know how to read, and then
he's learning.
He's learning. Okay.
Geez.
Oh, this is
Didn't we know this
painful.
last
Yeah. Why is there two sounds? It just needs one. I'm changing my name. This is stupid.
I'm gonna pat him on the back and go, "You're getting there, buddy.
Thanks, Bill.
Do you need help?"
No, I got
Okay.
this. And Brock just kind of goes off to the side. You can see him like mouthing the sounds of the words. And I'll save everyone the headache of me attempting, and I'll just give it to Bill to read.
Okay. I was going to say it'd be really funny if you just open up the note and it's just a whole bunch of drawings, the like caveman drawings, in hopes that maybe you're able to get through this. That should be the first part of the note. Brock, I know you're not reading this. Bill, read this to Brock, would you? So do you want me to read that one first, or do you want me to do it doesn't matter to me. Is
it just the two notes?
Those are the two notes that are in there.
You're not gonna send to me to read out loud?
Yeah, I gave
I'll
it to
send them
Bill
to you to read out loud, and then while you're receiving that, and then you can prepare to read it, I will read the one that Guo gets, if that's cool with you, Dave.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Cameron, there we go. Send message. Okay, perfect.
That's a lot of words.
Yeah, it
What
is.
words here?
Guo's
No wonder he
notes.
struggled.
All right, so this is what Guo's note says. Guo. Oh, sorry, I got to do it, Mr. Okuran voice.
Guohan, you've suffered so much betrayal and abandonment in your life that I'm sure has left its effect on your ability to trust others and develop relationships. I know that you have a sense of longing and searching that's trapped within you and seems unquenchable. I can only hope that in the time that I had with you, that you were able to see a real bond between us, whether that be as friends or maybe even father and son, because I always thought of you as my son, Guo. I also hope that you'll be able to grow and develop that relationship with Mika, Bill, and Brock. I know all four of you are so different, and I've seen the ways you've all often clashed and fought with one another, but One thing I've always known is that you, Guo, are the glue that seals them all together. You have an incredible amount of love to offer and a peacefulness that centers others. Never forget that. Follow your loves, follow your passions, wherever those might lead you, my boy. You have a place in this world, and no one can take that from you.
And that's the end. Signed, Mr. Okuran.
Guohan is tearing up
Yeah.
as he reads this naturally. And
And so is Dave. Awesome. It is definitely an emotional moment. Do you think Woe would have read that out loud or in his own?
he would have read it to himself while
Okay.
Bill was reading the
Oh,
other
dang.
one,
Okay.
Probably.
Bill was working with Brock.
Yes.
Well, as Brock, no, as Brock was struggling to get through the first line.
Yes.
Hey, can I see the first line?
I mean, all things considered, that note was written to you from Mr. Okuran, so that is absolutely all yours.
Hey, that's my name. Yeah. Billy
Good
Wang.
job. Good job. Yeah.
Yeah, Brock, I can. Let me see here. It says, Brock, I know you're not really one for mental puzzles and prefer to solve problems through your strength and force. There's nothing wrong with this. And contrary to what others might have said, sometimes fighting and force is the solution, even though I myself am an adamant pacifist. With that being said, the one thing you're missing is reliance on those around you. Learning to rely on others and work alongside others will give you the strength of 100 men. So with that being said, know that this coming trial will require you to do just that. You can't do everything yourself, although you've tried. Your independence is truly a benefit to those around you who rely on you. But don't forget that others need to pull their weight sometimes too, and you deserve a break from time to time.
Oh, shoot. There's more.
There's more.
There's more.
I was
Oh shoot, there's more as you turn the page.
Flip the page.
Yes, you turn the page over to the other side.
With that being said, here's your next destination. I'm going to simply give it to you since the real tasks will come when you arrive at the location, and my hope is that Madame Yang wouldn't have even made it this far with the clues I left before. At the north end of Yu Dao, you'll see the inlet of a tributary. Follow it for about a day's journey on foot. You wrote tributary in your letter, Brock. I find that funny.
Again, he probably just assumed that Bill was going to read it for him.
Yeah, that's.
Anyways.
I hope so.
Follow it for about a day's journey on foot, and you'll find the end of it, which stems out into a crescent shape. Okay, wow, he really expected
He
someone
could've-
else to read for you, didn't he,
He
Brock?
could have just said river.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Full river.
Follow river.
Follow Moon River. You'll see what you're looking for within the side of the mountain there fairly quickly. Find my old friend Goru Tabik, and he'll guide you the rest of the way through the portion of the journey. Good luck.
I just kind of sit back. See, he wants you guys pulling your weight around here.
I was kind of
Brock.
hoping that's what you'd get out of that.
I think what he's afraid of is what happened the one time we were in the mountainside.
Yeah. What about it?
Well, remember when you went a little too hard and you broke your foot and also damaged your arm, and I had to carry you out of a mountain?
But you know what didn't happen?
Uh-huh.
We didn't die.
Okay.
Dang.
We got to blow up. Oh no, we didn't blow it up because it was All Souls Day. But we were about to blow it up.
No, we did blow it up.
We did blow it
Yeah,
up.
we
Oh no, we spared
saved-
his life.
We spared the old man.
So much
who-
remembrance
we
here.
spared the
Oh,
old
yeah.
man who's still at the old folks' home, who you've
Oh.
never visited once.
Yeah, it's whatever.
That's more of a you thing.
That's
Bill.
more of a you love pie show. That's not your thing.
It's true, but he also likes war stories. And you have a lot of those. Maybe you weren't in war, Brock, but you definitely have a lot of stories of chaos.
You know,
That's true.
you're not wrong.
That's true.
But yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe it's time I sit on the sidelines for this one, just kind of kick back. I'll let you guys sort of take care of. I'll let you take care of it. I'm gonna just hang back.
don't think that's what Mr. Okuran meant either, Brock.
What do you mean?
I think he meant you just need to not rush into everything head first.
But that's like my thing. That's like my whole thing.
Exactly. Mr. Okuran's point in this letter.
I'll try.
So with that, your next task is kind of presented to you. You need to get to this, what is called a tributary.
Which is a river.
It's basically, just a river that runs in and then kind of comes to an end that stems off of an ocean. Or is my best understanding from the research that I did, which was very shortly done. But whatever the case, I'm pretty sure that's the accurate terminology. You need to follow this to where there is a crescent shape kind of way that it kind of stems outward. And in amidst that crescent shape, you'll find a mountain. And apparently his old friend, Guru Tapik, I'm just going to tell you that's what it is now, how it's pronounced. And he'll guide you the rest of the way, wherever it is that whatever Mr. Okuran left behind based on that. So.
All right. Let's get going to this trebuchet.
Oh boy.
As you guys are kind of head over to that same section where there's a earthbender guy that's at the bottom and he kind of raises you up on a platform. It's almost like an elevator in a sense, and puts you back up onto kind of the southern outskirts of Yudao. And you could cross through town to get to this river, or you could try to like take kind of around the town to get there. What are you guys going about this?
Well, normally Brock would just sort of conjure his rollerblades and just blade his way around. But,
sure.
I suppose now that Mr. Okuran wants me to sort of wait on these guys.
Man, I made so many mistakes writing that letter, apparently.
No.
I'm
Mr.
kidding.
Okuran knew exactly what he meant.
Okay.
He knew what he was saying.
He knew.
He knew.
Brock would go down a real
He
rough
knew
path.
who he was
Path
writing
after
for Brock to read this to.
That's true.
Yeah.
A lot of big words.
A lot of big words. I don't know what he was thinking in his
Tributary.
Trebuchet. Yeah. I would suggest going straight through town, quickest way to, you said it's on the north side.
Yeah, north side of town is when the tributary kind of begins. Also, keep in mind that he said that it was about a day's journey to get you to where the crescent shape kind of outspires. I feel like I'm making up words. And in case you guys needed a refresher, it has been, when you were kind of tasked with this journey, the guy back at the funeral told you that after about a week's time, they would have to put the tea shop up for auction. And you guys are currently about 3 days into that 7-day span.
We're like halfway through.
You're about halfway through.
Jeez,
And you
better
also have to keep in
run.
mind, you had to get back in time.
Let's steal some horses.
Hey, I like
Oh, no.
thinking. That's 2 votes for stealing horses.
That's 2 votes right off the bat.
No, Brock,
Well,
first off, we're going to a river. Why would we need horses?
We need like
ever heard
a
of seahorses?
yeah.
Mm.
Duh.
I mean, in this
Dude goes
world,
like,
that could be a real
there's so
thing.
many dumb members of this team. No.
Seahorses. Okay, this is a great idea. Let's go find some seahorses.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Are you going into town to find these seahorses?
Wait, shouldn't we be
Well, we're also
trying
going
to
to
keep
find them.
cover
In the
'Cause
sea?
We just raided a Fire Nation controlled building.
They literally cannot prove that it was us.
I'll tell you what. I'll get us all clipboards. I'll make us all clipboards.
Oh no, the clipboards again.
And then we'll be fine.
No.
If 4 people have
Brock's a
clipboards,
one-trick
isn't that a
pony.
little suspicious?
Won't they be looking for a guy with a clipboard?
Yeah, especially after the factory incident.
You know what? You're right.
Give us all some
You
rock
guys,
How
after
many-
you guys left the whole place like
How
falling
about-
apart, the dude that was in charge just kind of standing there and he goes, "Wait a minute. I don't think those guys are real OSHA agents."
Where's the dude
You know
with
what?
the
You're right.
clipboard?
I'll earthbend us some ladders.
That would have been such a great
Okay.
post-credit scene.
Ladders.
You can get anywhere with a clipboard or a ladder.
Or a
I'm
ladder.
telling you.
It's
Wait,
true.
bro.
The right costume
You
and
literally
a
could
ladder.
just
Why don't we just go walk along the water? I'm sure Fire Nation aren't around the water.
We don't even need to walk. He can just.
I could
There's a
earth
boat.
I could make
Earthbend
a bow,
some-
yeah.
Well,
That's way less fun.
I meant more like roller skates so we can ride on through, but that works too.
I mean,
I prefer going along the river because we have to go down river. So make us a boat.
We kind of have to go upriver in a way.
Make us a boat with paddles.
No, if we have to go up, we can't just lazy
you know how
float.
heavy
We have
stone oars are gonna
we have
be?
a water bender.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
You make the boat. I'll push us.
All right, fine. So I'll just
Wait, you're
motorized.
gonna make a stone boat?
Well, I mean, they make boats out of concrete all the time. If it's got the right shape, it won't
Can I make
sink.
a water boat?
You know how heavy cruise ships are?
You can try. Yeah, I mean, I get the concept. It's about buoyancy.
Yeah.
Well,
You don't think Brock
we don't got a
understands
wood
buoyancy?
bender, okay? So
There's no wood bender. Yeah, no,
you don't
you're
think
right.
Brock understands buoyancy?
They're also
I-
guys.
It doesn't have to be rock. You could just make it like mud. Just pack it.
docks down here. We could.
You know,
just
beavers
take
make
them.
their
There are
dams
very
out of
definitely
mud and
docks
sticks.
down here
So
because you
guys
guys
are-
came in a dock.
I can see a dock right there. We
You
just
see a
take one of
familiar
those
pirate ship in
small
the dock.
boats.
Why are you
Oh.
taking away our creative abilities?
Yeah, why do you hate fun?
I'm just.
I mean, I'm all for
We're
stealing
trying to
things,
live off the
but-
land.
Well, I do think that Bill's perception does bring up something important, which is that you do see that there are in fact docks, and there are boats
AKA
at these docks.
seahorses. Let's go.
Yeah.
And one of those boats that you see is the familiar sight of the Bloody Porcupine's pirate ship, which you have escaped from into
Oh.
the city of Udao.
Let's not go that way. Actually, let's do the concrete boat idea. I like
No,
the
no, 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 no. We changed it. We're gonna make it out of mud and sticks, like the beaver cats.
So it's like a raft.
Like a raft.
What's wrong with walking?
It's not fast.
Yeah,
Whoa.
what's wrong with me?
Hey everyone, Skylar here, your friendly neighborhood game master. I just wanted to take a moment to let you know that we at Benders and Brews have been working our creative juices extra hard and pushing our artistic skills to the max in order to bring you some sick Benders and Brews merch. That's right. You can head on over to the TeePublic shop we created where you can snag shirts, stickers, mugs, and so much more with your favorite B&B characters on them. Grab a Chibi Mika baseball t-shirt, or maybe you want a broccoli mug designed with the Employee Blissful Brew tea shop logo. There's all of those and more, and even more down the road when we come up with ideas. So head on over to TeePublic and search for Benders and Brews, or you can follow us on social media where we'll post the links that'll be easily available to all of you. And of course, if you get some of our merch, be sure to tag us in a photo of you with the respective B&B swag because all of us at the studio would love to see it. Thanks for listening. Let's get back to the show.
Takes way too long, not as fun.
Okay.
I mean, you might be able to find some ostrich horses in
If
town.
the boat idea doesn't work, we'll walk. Go on. How's that sound?
You can walk in the boat.
I could probably bend just a slab of stone, and
And we
then
just all sit on it, and then the waterbender just moves it along the river.
I mean,
yeah,
it'll
that
probably
probably would
float.
just work just as fine, actually.
Okay, well, hopefully we all are fantastical in our bending abilities. Let's go.
yeah, all of us,
All
with
of
our
us
bending
collectively,
abilities,
especially me.
who,
Especially you.
especially Bill, who's a stick bender.
Yeah.
That's
But
right.
I'm not a woodbender.
He has been claiming that. quite
Can't
a
make
bit.
us a boat.
It's gonna be
Okay.
a small boat. All right. So yeah, explain to me.
So I think we're just gonna go onto the side of this tribute.
Okay. So you're gonna just go straight towards where the tributary kind of like inlets from the ocean.
Yeah, away from city.
Okay.
And away from the pirate ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then we'll go with that. We'll start there. Let's start there. Okay, so as you guys are walking along, kind of neither towards the coastal edge of Udao that'll eventually lead to where this inlet is, but just kind of a beeline path from where you've come out of the RTS facility towards the north side where you know that at some point you're going to hit this tributary, obviously, right? If you go completely around it, that would be a feat that would take you quite some time. And you can see in the distance, you see the kind of dip in the land where the tributary probably goes in from. And there's 3 figures that are sitting just by a tree that almost look like they are waiting for you. And they're sitting right by the pathway that kind of like leads out of town north from the city, which you've kind of intersected with almost to some extent. And the closer you get, you realize two things. One of them is the pirate captain, and the other two are members of the pirate crew. That's not the second thing. The second thing is that they're looking right at you.
This is the pirate crew that we escaped from, not the one that we helped, correct?
Well, both is the case.
Oh, it's the same one.
Same, yeah.
There's
Are we on the water?
They're not on the water. They
are we on the water?
No.
Is my best friend there? What Banjo?
Yeah, who are the two with them?
Bango, the
Bango?
guy that you tried to, and he had just no interest in that.
Yeah,
No.
my best friend Bango.
No. The closer
No.
you get, you see three people. You see Captain Rockfoot, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
You see Boatswain Tomo. She was the Earthbender woman. I think that was the one that Mika you were throwing spears with. I think. And then last but not least is the fan favorite, Deckhand Calcone, the gentleman pirate.
Oh, Falcone and I go way back.
You do. And just as you're approaching, you see the captain just about to say something to you. And then all of a sudden, Calcone raises his hand and starts waving excitedly. And he says, I do say it is wonderful to... And all of a sudden, the captain kind of punches him in the stomach and says, I was the one who was going to be doing the introductions, Calcone. Anyways, well, the four of you, I thought I might be able to catch you before you left town. What have you to say? Jumping off me ship into the waters, swimming to shore, and disappearing into Udao?
We can start off with a you're welcome for saving your ship. Yeah.
Yes, the gator shark. It's something that's come and gone.
Mm-hmm.
But we're after the booty, and not I guess kind of yours, in a roundabout way.
Well, that's ironic, because I'm after a booty on your ship as well.
Stop.
Oh my!
And then all of a sudden,
Can't say that,
No,
Brock.
Just did.
Oh, Brock.
Captain Rockfoot blushes.
What
is?
No, not that kind of booty. I'm talking about this treasure you're after.
Well, you want to know something?
Aye,
We already found it.
perfect.
We don't got no more.
No,
What?
we can draw you a map to where it is.
Are you trying to trick?
If that's what it takes, you betcha.
Well, I'm just saying, there's like literally a move for that. If you wanna give that a
have
shot.
A fake map ready?
Well, she said she'd draw him up a map.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
I whispered that to
wait.
her.
Do you have a fake map?
Yeah, do you have a fake map ready?
I said I draw.
What if we just told him we found it and then
We spent it all.
the Fire Nation stole it from us? And
just
we're running
didn't
from
get
the
him
Fire
on a goose
Nation.
chase.
They believe that.
I'm a little confused. You said you could draw up a map, and then you just started whispering.
Yes.
Well, yeah, we're trying.
Seems a
We're,
little suspicious.
we're trying to remember where. We're not familiar with Udao.
Here's the deal,
You know.
Mr. Captain, sir.
Aye.
We had to bury the treasure, hide it,
Aye.
because there was some sketchy Fire Nation people after us. So
Aye.
it'll be a race between you and them to see who gets there first.
You're trying to tell me that you found the treasure and immediately buried it back.
I didn't say immediately buried it. I
It's
said
been
people were chasing us,
It's been less
so we
than
had to
24
hide
hours
it.
since you jumped off me
We
ship.
could have just hit it like 2 hours ago, bro.
He kind of like looks past you down the path that you just came, and he said, "Good to know."
It's fresh.
I need you to do the trick though. I need you to do.
Ooh.
I don't know what the roll is for that.
Creativity.
Thank you.
That's a 6. That's a 6.
That's a 6,
That's
bro.
a 6.
It's a 1 on
No.
this die.
No.
That's an. So I have an 8 plus
Oh.
1, 9.
It was a 1
9. All right. So read me the result for a 9.
Aye. On a 7 and 9, pick 1. So, they either stumble, take +1 4 to acting against them, they act foolishly, the GM tells you what additional opportunity they give you, they overcommit, they are deceived for some time.
All right. So you get to pick one of those options. let me know which one you'd like.
I'm going to say they overcommit. They're to Steve for some time.
All right. All right. Let's see this map then.
Aye. Let me just draw it real quick.
That would be great.
But I'm going to need Bill's help.
Okay. Well, get to it, boy.
Hey, you go talk to the captain.
Yeah, I'll walk up.
All right.
I'll saunter up to the
saunter that
captain.
way.
I kind of like lean on his shoulder. I'm just like, so, she ever talk about me?
Who in blue blazes are you talking about, boy?
Oh, what was her name?
Is she the one right there?
asking him?
No, I'm asking you. Like, the D.
Is she the one that's there?
No, not the other. There's like
'Cause
her, and
he
there's
said-
like the older woman.
Okay, I've got the name of one of them, which was Sue.
I think
Sue is the waterbender.
Yes.
I think Sue was her friend.
Rooney.
Rooney.
Whoa. Rooney is the old man that helped you guys at the beginning.
I would love
Was it
if that was
Rooney?
Brock's
Crush, but I don't think it is.
No, it was like an older woman. It wasn't her. It wasn't Mika's friend. It was like
Wasn't Sue?
Was it Sue?
That's the only.
Was that the lady from the theater?
There was the lady from the theater, but she wasn't part of the pirates.
Zazu, but I'm pretty sure that was a guy.
Oh man, well then that takes away all my jokes. Oh well.
Oh.
Because isn't the one girl here?
Yeah, but it wasn't.
Tomo, yeah.
I don't think it was her. I think there were two women. Because there was one that I tried to just chat up while we were like swabbing the poop deck or
There was
whatever.
the waterbender who's the navigation expert.
Yeah.
I think she was older. So I think it would be Toma was the only other girl.
Tomo, yeah.
So Tomo is the woman?
So-
and
one
it's
that's
possible
right
that
here.
Sue was the one that maybe Mika was throwing spears with.
Okay. So Tomo is with.
Yeah, she's in this group.
Oh, so I'll saunter up to Tomo.
Oh.
Be like, hey, you I liked our conversation yesterday. You wanna like get out of here and maybe grab some tea? I know a good place around here.
Okay, so you asked her if you said there was a tea shop that
It's like, hey, you wanna, while they're drawing that map, it's I got a little thirsty burying that treasure. You wanna hit up a tea shop around here? Maybe play some pie show.
Tempting as that might be, I'm not really a big fan of you down.
Me neither. Let's get out of Udao. Let's just find a little farm, maybe build a house, maybe just forget all our troubles.
I don't think I can get past my troubles. I got a lot of revenge to take before I can get past my troubles.
You're driven, and that's what I love about you. That's why you're so hot. But I just think you and I would be just so great. Just get out of here, Just find a little farm, little plot of land out in the mountains. Just the two of us. You know what I'm saying?
you wanna push your luck?
Am I actually just gonna retire in the mountains with this woman? And I'm just gone.
It's a
Maybe
risky
after you finish-
situation,
maybe
and
you
I want to
finish this
see
mission.
how successful you are in this.
10.
10?
I tell you what,
Yeah.
I'll let you take me out for that drink first.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to do whatever I say when we get into you down.
Yes, ma'am. It's a deal. Well, I'll take little Miss What's her name and
Don't even know her name.
Tomo, yeah,
For the fourth time.
yeah. Yep. And I'll just sort of saunter off to the nearest tea shop with her and just sort of go on this date with an older lady.
She shouts back,
Captain, we'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some tea.
And he's like, well, this whole situation really did not pan out at all the way I foresaw it to. Not the DM speaking.
okay, yeah, you head, it's not far to get back into town, but yeah, you head back into town and there's the tea shop and it's the same one that those two old guys were playing Pie Show in.
Okay.
And they see you two walk in and they wave at you because they recognize you. Oh, hey, it's that big whippersnapper that he was flirting with you Dang, I can't remember what these guys' names were because I never thought we'd freaking see them again. I gotta find that. But we'll just roll with it for now.
You couldn't resist.
2 old men.
The Riztism. It's like, yeah, what's up, guys? Just brought in my lady friend here. We're just gonna get some tea and catch up a little bit, talk about the sea.
Tea and ketchup?
Tea and ketchup in the sea.
What a combo. No wonder he was in the back.
What a combo. And Brock walks up to the front and he tries to read the menu.
And this is where everything goes downhill.
Yeah.
I'd like 1 tea, please.
I'd like he reads the menu very quickly, realizes he can't read. He's like, I'll have my usual, and kind of winks. just kind of winks at the guy at the front here. And whatever my lady wants. And then we just kind of I honestly thought this was going to be a side quest. I didn't expect this to be fleshed out.
The person at the front counter of the tea shop, which I think we established was a hot leaf juice, if I remember correctly.
Ooh.
Oh,
That does sound right.
Whoops.
That does sound right.
Yep.
Well,
No. It's not like Madame Yang is standing right there and she's like,
We still hate them.
Yeah, we still hate
well, I understand. Yeah.
We're
yeah,
not supporting
I'm gonna
their
steal
business.
I don't. You think I can read hot leaf juice on the sign?
We recognize the
Can you
logo
see the
and
logo?
The pink and the logo.
uniforms.
You know what? I won't tip.
Oh, yeah,
dang.
putting your foot down, aren't you?
I won't tip them.
Wow.
You know,
brutal
a lady
move.
All
can
you're
tell a
doing
lot
is
by
making
how
the poor worker suffer.
man treats their server.
Fine, I'll tip them, but I'll steal their cups. I don't know what I'll do with them. I'll just have cups.
Just break them. Oopsie, it was an accident.
That's your 5th one.
Does hot leaf,
Oopsie.
does hot leaf juice have the signature Stanley cup? That's
The
pink.
signature Stanley Cup from Target.
Yes.
Oh, Dave, hitting us with the trendy topics. The young lady that's working the front counter has this almost abnormally large smile on her face, and she goes,
I'm sorry, sir. You're gonna have to tell me exactly what that usual is. I don't remember you.
You know, why don't you order? And I still can. What is her, Tomo?
"Yes, Tomo."
Okay, you know, Tomo, why don't you order? Why don't you order? And then I'll.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. I'll have one of those fancy pineapple mango fruit teas that I've seen with I'll add the herbal essence to it.
And I'll just make it 2 of those. And
Absolutely, sir. That'll be 4 yuan.
okay. And I think I've been keeping track.
Can you count?
I have
Can you
everyone's.
count?
I was gonna
I'll
say
just,
you have the
You
full
don't have
group.
I'll just drop a
everybody's?
fat stack of yuan, and I'll just slowly count out
Oh,
one.
okay. I was like,
How does he have
two.
everybody's?
Because I'm the one who just has the bag.
I
right?
don't remember the exact situation, but I do explicitly remember for whatever reason. I think maybe it's just because Brock volunteered, but everybody was like, well, let's all just have all of our money in one place
You on the only
for when we
money?
need to do stuff with it.
Yeah.
It
I
was
have
Brock.
2 copper written on mine, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to.
We have like
That too might actually fit as well.
we have like almost 2,000
Yeah,
currency.
because obviously you didn't have to pay
Yeah.
the
the
Coyote
Coyote
Wars.
We left it with Brock.
Yeah, that's on you.
The only thing I think you've spent up until this point was the old man Rooney, who you paid to guide you, and you gave him like extra because you got him for 2 days or something. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, but yeah, we have like almost 2,000.
Yeah.
I've been keeping track. So yeah, I'll drop the bag just so she knows I got it like that.
Oh,
but
wait.
then I'll just slowly
Show
count
him
out
off to
1,
Tomo.
You know how to
2,
count, but you know how to read?
yeah,
Okay.
3,
Counts rocks.
4, and I'll
Slide
slide 'em,
him. Yeah.
slide 'em, and just do a
Wonderful,
little
sir.
strut back to the.
Feel free to have a seat anywhere. We'll bring those drinks out to you.
Fantastic.
She's kind of creepy.
Awesome. So you guys go take a seat over off to the side.
Yeah.
And I'll jump back over to Mika, who are drawing up a fantastic map to somewhere.
Yeah, you want to know where?
Please tell.
The map leads to the burnt down Fire Nation thingy.
The building they took
You mean-
over.
The building.
Rescue Team Squadron's old base?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
And we wrote underneath of it, it's on the 3rd floor
Okay.
and hidden in the bathroom. Look for the flooded water.
And the captain, he looks over this map for a second and he says,
Bathroom, you say? Flooded water, you
Yeah,
say?
he
Yeah,
had to take a
Mika-
big dump, so
Mika thought
pass
I
it off
did-
as that.
Well,
he kind of shows it to Calcone and he says,
Well, shoot. That's pretty dang detailed, if you ask me.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like you're making it up.
good thing you guys are comfortable around water.
Normally, I'd have a bit of a grudge against you lot for the fact that you escaped our capture, but you did help with the gator shark situation, which was my true goal after all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we literally saved your butt.
And if we get the treasure, then
Your
we got no reason to
booty.
hunt. Yes, my booty, thank you. And if we get the treasure, as you promise, then I suppose we have no reason to hunt you any further. If we get the treasure like you promise. But if I don't, I will hunt you down and gut you like a fish.
It's
Where's
not.
that from?
It's something.
Yeah, it sounds
Peter
familiar.
Pan?
Sure.
No, that is not from Peter
Sounds
Pan.
like him.
No.
Oh, classic Captain
Cook.
Cook.
Join us on our Discord channel for
It's
this
Johnson.
lovely topic.
It's Johnson.
of
Yeah.
conversation.
And with that, he kind of gives you guys a semi-respectful nod, and he goes,
Calcone, where did Tomo say she was going?
"Oh, I think, sir, that she was going into town for a spout of tea."
Oh, well, we'll meet back up with her later. Or maybe, should we go through? Well, let's go through town first.
Well, the map does say, sir, that if we go through town, we'll eventually make it to the location of the treasure. So maybe we do go through town first, let Tomo know where we are off to, and then head there after. I feel like I'm doing his voice different, but I kind of like it.
is different. but who cares? He's developed, you know.
Yeah, he's
over the
developed.
years.
Ever since, he just gets beat on so much.
Oh, never
Every
mind.
time he gets punched, his voice changes a little bit. And the captain says,
Yeah, I think that's a good plan, Calcone.
and with that, the two head off towards town.
Bye, Calcone.
Oh, good day to you, sir.
He definitely does not remember me. I say to the other two as they walk
That'd be
away.
weird as him, like as you say goodbye, he turns around and he says, "Good day, Bill," or something. I
That
don't
would-
remember.
that
I
would
think you
be-
had a different. Yeah, that was your
Yeah, the
name.
last time I saw him one-on-one, I knocked him out with my bow staff.
Mhm. Just
I
kind
say
of.
that to you guys as I'm
to
just...
top it off, you shoved him into a
Yes, and I
closet that was
pushed him
too
into
small
a
for him.
broom closet, and he couldn't fit because of his shoulders, so I had to like
Guarantee
drop kick him into it.
he had horrible
Sound like Brock
like
there.
kinks in his neck
Well,
after that.
The reason I had to go to desperate measures was because me and Okuran were escaping them, and he was the only guy guarding the ship before we like took one of their side boats. And so by knocking him out and shoving him into the broom closet, and then I barred the door so he couldn't follow us.
Escaped him 3 times.
Yeah, this is 3 times now.
Third
How
time's the
smart
charm.
he is not.
So
All right, well, we gotta find Brock and get out of here.
we can't find Brock.
I like
Why
how
don't we
it-
just keep going?
Well, I was just gonna say it'd be really funny.
Brock
if
knows
you're
where
like,
to-
hey guys, we're
Brock-
actually headed in the same
Brock
direction.
knows where to go, right?
Just gonna leave him behind?
Well, he can defend himself. We both know that.
But he's a friend.
Okay, but he's on a date.
She can come too.
I don't think she works for us or wants to help us.
She wants to go with her lover boy.
I think Brock's more interested in her than she is in him.
Wow, what do you think? Whoa.
Are we really sure that this guy's the captain?
What?
I don't see his hat.
Did he have a hat on?
No.
No.
Oh,
Did one of
Guo
us take
stole
it?
it.
Yeah,
Guo stole
Guo
it.
took all of them.
So I remember he kind of walked up after the captain said something. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
well.
That's right,
The
Gohan.
captain
You're
was
the
not amused.
you're the real captain now.
I had you roll for it too, and you rolled low, and he just nobody was having it. I could jump over to Brock and let you guys kind of decide what it is that you might want to do moving forward, because I got kind of an interesting situation that's going to happen on that end.
Yeah, on my end.
Yeah,
Wait,
on
so
your
we're
end.
these guys just sitting like in the crossroads near the docks, or where?
So it was actually on your way to the tributary, and you could actually see basically the waters of the tributary, like where it starts from and then flows off towards the direction that you need to follow. There was like just a tree, and they were just kind of hanging out. There's a pathway that leads, like a road that leads away from town, like through the north side of town and then out into the distance. Also actually kind of follows the tributary, to be honest with you. And so they just you kind of gathered that they figured if you guys were going to leave town from that direction, this would have been the way that you would have gone. And they kind of turned out right. So jumping over to Brock back at the tea shop. As you are sitting down, you are just about to strike up a conversation with Tomo when all of a sudden the tea shop doors fly open. And in walks 2 Fire Nation soldiers and Wang Long himself. Heavy boot steps fall against the wooden floor as they approach the front desk. And the young lady at the front desk, behind the cash register, the old-timey little wooden box, says,
Welcome, General Wang Long, to Hot Leaf Juice. How can I serve you today?
and Wang Long leans forward and he says,
The boys and I will have the usual.
and she says,
Right away, sir.
she turns around and she heads off into the back, and within like 10 seconds comes back with their tea, ready to go, hands it to him. And with that, they turn around and they lean up against the counter for a little bit, and they just kind of scan the room.
I see they remember his usual. I say to Tomo, trying to be all cool.
How coy, you know?
She says,
Oh yeah, I've heard of that guy. It's General. What was it? What did she say? Wang Long?
Wang Long. You know, strangely enough, I know a guy named Wang Long who looks just like that guy.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I'd ask if they were twins, but that's not really how twins work with the names.
No, probably not. In fact, that's probably the guy who imprisoned my entire family.
she's not even drinking tea, but she goes,
What?
Yeah, you know,
and when she does this, of course, the eyes of Wang Long and the soldiers kind of glance over to your table.
do you mind? I'm trying to speak with my lady over here. And so, as I was saying,
And
yeah,
as you
this
see
guy.
the heavy footsteps approach your table, and Wang Long just kind of leans forward and he says,
I do mind.
and then he stops and he goes,
You look quite familiar.
Well, have you ever you been around to Bossing Say? I mean, you might have seen my face on some posters. Did a little bit of the Earth Rumbles. That could have been something. But you know, I don't know if I've you don't know. You're not ringing a bell. Anyways, like I was saying, yeah, this dude Wang Long took my whole family from the farm.
he slams his hand down on your table and he says,
I do not see many signs from the Earth Rumble Stadium circuit, but you do still look familiar. Where do I know you from, boy?
That sounds like a lot of not my problem. Like I was saying, my whole family was a cabbage farmer, right? We were a cabbage family, and this dude Wang Long comes back, right? And, you know, he actually has the same name as you, guy. I don't know if that's like a common name in the Fire Nation, but yeah. So he took the whole family and imprisoned us, right? And so then it was me and some other metal benders. We tunneled our way out from under the prison, and this idiot Wang Long can't even find me. He's been looking for me for like years at this point. And this idiot has no idea where I am. Isn't that crazy?
and by this point, So he took his hand, when you started telling this story, he took his hand off the table, just crossed them, and he's just been listening this whole time. And as he does this, as you're continuing to tell your story, the other two guards both kind of approach and start to surround your table.
I mean, do you guys want to like sit down or something? Like you're standing around. Are there like not tables around?
I think you should stand up because you're coming with us, Broccoli.
See, I knew you saw my posters around. I knew it. You didn't want to admit it. Of course. You got anything you want me to sign? I can't really spell, but I can scribble something.
And with that, he just kind of nods forward, and the two soldiers come up behind you and start to grab you by your arms.
Hey,
pull you up out of your chair a little bit.
That's not very nice. I just sat down. I didn't even get a chance to drink my. What did you get? This
Pineapple mango.
Yeah, this pineapple
She's like
mango
got her hand
tea.
like over her face, like she's trying to hide her own face.
Now, don't be embarrassing me in front of my lady over here. Like, I can get you some of your.
Oh, I think we will be making you quite embarrassed.
And he says,
Let's go.
and they start to pull you like out of your chair towards the door, with him kind of leading the pack.
What are you guys doing? Where are we going? What's happening?
You're going to come with us to the Fire Nation prison we have here.
Isn't this the Earth Kingdom? What's happening?
Well, Udao is.
It's run by the Fire Nation.
Yeah. It's like a cultural integration. So it's like they have like an embassy almost here.
Oh. So I think this is the. I kind of lean back towards Tom. I was like, I think this is the same guy.
I think it might be.
Hey, you want to tell them where I'm going? The other crew, they might need to help me out.
If I see him, I guess.
Okay, that's cool. We'll catch up later.
I sure hope so.
As first dates go, that's not the worst. I'll tell you that.
And with that,
just like the other guys.
Broccoli is dragged off towards the alleged Fire Nation prison. And with that, we'll close out episode 1 with an incredibly unexpected ending and cliffhanger for the start of season 3. Hey everyone, Skylar the Game Master for Benders and Brews and the Creative Director over at Session Zero Heroes here. I just wanted to give you a quick outro before you head over to the next episode or call it a day. Firstly, thank you so much for listening to our show. It means so much to us to have such amazing people like yourself that enjoy the content that we produce. Without you, there really wouldn't be much point in all the work that we put into recording, editing, and sharing our TTRPG sessions with all of you. With that being said, we would love it if you would throw some love our way and drop us a review or a rating or whatever it is called wherever you're listening to the show, based on whatever platform that allows you to leave reviews and leave recommendations. It means a lot to us to get to hear why you love the show we make, and it also helps the show reach other listeners as well, allowing us to grow our community. So, if you're feeling especially generous, you could even go as far as to share our show to your friends and family who also enjoy TTRPG actual play podcasts. It's really expensive for us to be able to advertise, and we don't do much of it, so it's a lot more help to have you guys share it with people that you know will enjoy it, and then they can join in the community that we're creating. That would make you a Session Zero hero yourself. And additionally, we'd love to have you stop by on one of our various social platforms and interact with the channel there. You can find Session Zero Heroes on Facebook, X, Instagram, and Discord. We post all sorts of updates, clips, and even the occasional behind-the-scenes look at what we're up to. And if you're ever looking for information on SZH, or you don't use a podcast streaming site but you want to listen to our shows, you can do so by checking out our website at sessionzeroheroes.com. And while you're there, you can find out about the cast and the crew that make our show and provide the players' voices in all of our various series. And if you're feeling especially cheeky, you can check out our merch store, where we have a ton of designs and products to choose from, all of which help us pay the bills and keep the lights on. So once again, thank you all so much for listening, and remember to stay curious, stay heroic, until we roll again.